Philip II of Spain, also known as Philip I of Portugal, was the king of a really big empire. His empire stretched from the center of the modern United States all the way to the Philippines and Japan. It was the largest empire in the world, but it was also deeply in debt. In an effort to get more money, Philip decided to invade England and put a puppet ruler on the throne. Now, England at this time was ruled by Queen Elizabeth I, who was the last monarch of the Tudor dynasty. She had no children and her advisors were desperately trying to figure out who should succeed her. Philip thought that he had the best claim to the throne and that the English people would be happy to have a Spanish king instead of an English one. To invade England, Philip assembled a massive navy known as the Spanish Armada. It consisted of 130 ships and over 30,000 soldiers. The Armada set sail for England in May of 1588, but almost immediately ran into trouble. Storms scattered the fleet, and when they finally arrived in England, they were met with even more bad news. The English Channel was much wider than expected, and their invasion fleet was now only 180 ships instead of 300. Still, Philip decided to press on with the attack. He sent a letter to the English nobles inviting them to join him in overthrowing Queen Elizabeth, but the English nobles weren't interested. They had no reason to invite a Spanish king to their country. They were perfectly happy with having an English queen. With no allies in England, Philip's fleet was attacked by English ships and smaller boats. They were also plagued by disease and starvation. And after failing to take the English port of Plymouth, the Spanish Armada retreated. News of the defeat of the Spanish Armada saved Queen Elizabeth's life. Her enemies in England had been planning to overthrow her and replace her with a Spanish puppet. But with the arrival of the Armada, Elizabeth was able to rally the English people against the common enemy. And when the Armada was defeated, Elizabeth's power was secure. After the failure of the Armada, Spain and England were still technically at war, but Spain never again challenged England's dominance at sea. The Spanish Armada is considered one of the most important events in history because it marked the beginning of Spain's decline as a world power and the beginning of England's rise to world power. Thanks for watching.